Hey there, August 8th, 2025. Remember, our information is only for entertainment. Today, we're up $19 pre-market. We're up $66 on the week. And our first trade was in ORIS. And this was a stock that in pre-market had moved up from 9 cents all the way up to 18. So it drew up support lines, green line there and the orange line for resistance. And I was watching it from early on. I couldn't sleep, so I just decided to hop on and seeing how it's going to be a Friday. I didn't think that there might be too many opportunities at open or later in the day, so um, I said, why not? So I jumped in. Now I should have jumped in a lot sooner there because I did draw. I did have a line around right below 17 cents, but you just can't trust stocks, especially this penny stock. So kept watching it, and when I find it comfortable, up a little bit halfway up that channel of lines that I had drawn, then I decided to go in with 1,500 shares. Not a whole lot of capital, less than $300 for 1,500 shares, with an opportunity to make some money. Of course, it it goes up to the orange line and it rejects. So then it's just a matter of holding it. We know now that in this market, it looks like what you got to do is you got to hold stocks. It looks like they're going to try to go above their channel once, twice, and then the third time it'll probably make it. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Leave your comments below as well, questions. If I can help answer them, I will. So it recovered and it reclaimed pretty quickly here. So I felt confident about that. I thought I was gonna, be down 11, $12, and I was okay with that for a Friday. But then it started percolating and moving up. And then it's just a matter of watching, and there is volume. I mean, for pre-market and for that early, I think this was around 4:15, 4:20 a.m. Pacific. You can see there the watch lists are pretty empty, bare, hardly anything moving. IXHL from yesterday, it looked like it bounced up twice off up after hours. Benny had BINI had about a 15-20 cent run. I didn't notice MRM or click. We'll have to wait and see what happens later on in the open. But uh, at this point, I'm looking confident, but it doesn't look like like we're gonna get hit high a day or like we're gonna go up higher. And some of the fills were difficult for both of the stocks I traded today. Even selling the bid, it wasn't accepting my sales. One of the things in pre-market, one of the things I like the ladder is that you can just put your limit out there and click it, and then it'll be sitting out there. And then once you hit it, it's best. So that's a huge advantage. Last year I traded pre-market and I did very well. Actually, I actually did better in pre-market than I did it during the open hours. But this year, that hasn't been the case. Pre-market has not been good for me. But today, I wasn't looking for $50. I was looking for something positive, trying to stay green. We made $6 yesterday, 19 today. That's 25 in 2 days, and we're green on the week. We're green on the month, and we've got the rest of the month to look forward to. And that's one of the things that we have to do is just stay green. And so it becomes important. Not making a whole lot of money, but we're learning and we're being cautious. and we're seeing patterns. And as you go along, and as you undertake your own journey into day trading, you will begin to see things um, that you didn't see before. That they open up with a lot more clarity, I think is the word I'm looking for. And once you can see that clarity, it becomes a lot easier to jump into trades, and there is no longer that fear. So there wasn't anything moving. So I was actually off on YouTube watching another video, but kept the window, you know, to the right just so that I could watch the watch list. And I noticed that SGBX starts moving up, and this is a stock that we traded before. And I started hitting 36, 37, and then 38, and I said, "Oh, that's getting interesting." So I decided to look into it here, and you see it start moving up, and then I jumped in. This was a nice quick fill. Again, another penny stock. You can buy a boatload of shares for for a good amount of money, especially if you're trading like me under a 2K account. But of course, there has to be some expectation. I drew some lines there, some support, and I didn't draw any resistance. I used the high day there at 39 as the resistance. But because we knew we had traded this in, I think, less than 2 weeks, that possibly it didn't have the strength to remain up there. It didn't have any news, so neither of these stocks had any news. But the good thing with 2,500 shares, it doesn't take much for you to make a few bucks. And it was hovering around that 39 section, and I think there's a huge seller that shows up, but eventually gets taken out. And there are huge amounts of buyers out there, especially on the time and sales and the level two. So here now we're looking pretty good. We started scaling out. Tried to sell a couple there, and it just didn't bite. And then we just leave a small number of shares to see if it's going to go up. We got a line up there at right below 46, around 45. We're kind of hoping that it would climb up there. Would have been another 3-4 cents. But it didn't happen. So it was just a matter of holding here. Everything looks good. It looks like it's going to be up. And you guys notice a dotted white line there, or a broken line there. That's the zigzag low and high. So one of the things I've been looking at is the patterns. And it seems that stocks right now are going up once, coming down, then going back up again and down. And on the, would it be 1, 2, 3, 4, on the fifth leg going up, across a time span of 15 to 20 minutes, it looks like it's making money. So we got out $16 there, and we still have a little bit of cash. So we jumped in, thinking that there's going to be an opportunity for a little more. But then there's still nothing else moving, at least nothing else important or with news. NTRB was creeping up. And so we start scaling out when it doesn't look like it's going to really jump up. Overall, we're happy with what we did today. 19 bucks on a Friday. We don't know what the market will do later. We'll check it. We'll check back, but we're done. The market hasn't even opened. Like and subscribe, comments below. Have a great weekend, y'all.